Welcome to my YouTube channel Shankhanad. When the whole world is struggling to control the coronavirus, the news about China vaccinating almost 60,000 people did not surprise many in the world. When it was known that the virus originated from China, it was a foregone conclusion that they will have an antidote. Looming threat of biological warfare is the subject I am going to speak today. Dr. Francis Boye, a professor of international law at University of Illinois College of Law in US, who is originally the idea behind the Biological Weapon Act, said in an explosive interview that Wuhan coronavirus is an offensive biowarfare weapon and the World Health Organization knew about it. He believes that the infectious disease escaped from China's level 4 laboratory. They call it BSL-4. He further believes that the virus is potentially lethal and an often biological warfare weapon. Or it can be said to be dual-use biowarfare weapon agent intentionally modified genetically. So, initially what happened is China tried to cover up that it is not their origin from their country. However, this statement coming from such a renowned personality cannot be taken lightly. Hence, we are going to discuss whether there is a threat of biological warfare. First, let's have a look at what are biological weapons. They are microorganisms like virus, bacteria, fungi or other toxins that are produced and released intentionally to cause human, animals or plant death. Biological agents like anthrax and plague can cause bioterrorism. And these bioterrorism attacks could also result into an epidemic. Ebola, Lassa virus are examples of such biological agents. Weapons of mass destruction include chemical, nuclear, radiology weapons, but biological weapons can be said to be a subset of this. The risk of these weapons falling in hands of a terrorist is increasing the possibility of bioterror attack. All scientific experimentation are always, and I repeat, are always for betterment of humanity. But in the experience in the case of nuclear energy is not very encouraging at all. So, it's very important to first have a look at the experiments which involve artificial intelligence. And these experiments are done under the guise of helping humanity. So, the first is LAWS, that is Lethal Autonomous Weapon System. These weapons can select, detect, engage targets without any human intervention. They can be automatic or semi-automatic. With semi-automatic, we are not bothered because there will be human intervention. However, fully automatic can be very dangerous. You can call them killer robots only. Now, these killer robots are not going to have any ethics or values that are very much a part of human decision making. So, can we call this inhuman? Yes, very correct word. The use of this is going to be inhuman. However, such weapons, the effects are not going to be as bad and as widespread as biological weapons. That is why it is important to discuss the biological weapon. So, I will give one example of biological weapon likely biological weapon, but the experimentation is done to help the humanity. Now, US has started a project with almost $45 million. For last 4 years it's lasted and started in 2016. It is Insect Allies. Now, what this does? This experiment is to create virus carrying insects. Now, why you require these insects? These insects, if released in vast number, can fight crop threats like pests and drought and also pollution. So, they are for good reasons. But what if it falls in the wrong hands or wrong people who have a devious mind and an insidious intent? Then there will be definitely a issue about how their usage will be done. And the usage can be done after duly modifying these good elements for usage in bad things. This can be used to spread diseases, to devastate crops, crop species, even standing harvest. Now, a question will come to everybody's mind that is it not the breach of BWC, that is Biological Weapon Convention? Yes, it is very much a breach. However, the danger is basically from biolabs, and these biolabs are making good vaccines to create a medicine for human beings. Now, what these labs do? They do experimentation, stockpile viruses like Ebola, smallpox, etc. One example here I can give: in Russia, Kolosov, there was a fire in one such labs, which house all these secret biological weapons right from the Russian USSR time. So, what's the world body doing about it? Bioweapons are prohibited under international law, and to top it, use of bioweapons in armed conflict is a crime. But only around 16 to 17 countries as of now are supposed to have, or you can say suspected to have, these weapons. Few I will name: Canada, China, Cuba, France, Germany, Iraq, Iran, Israel, Japan, Russia, US, of course. So, what is BWC doing? BWC basically is first multilateral disarmament treaty which bans development, production and stockpiling of weapons of mass destruction. Bioweapon is definitely included in that. India, being a peace-loving country, has ratified this BWC and pledged to abide by the rules. In this agreement, what has happened is a state body is allowed to inspect all such labs which are producing vaccines and all such centers where such activity takes place. And this inspection is allowed yearly. But is it effective? To say the least, not at all. Because after all, it can be said to be just a gentleman's agreement which allows the home state people to submit annual report and inspection team to go and visit them. However, it lacks formal investigation mechanism to deal with all such violations. So, the question comes, how a country like India should respond to such threats which are looming large. First, we should look inwards. By that I mean, first we should act to protect our own citizens. That is very, very important. How do you do that? by proactive and responsive measures for managing health. And you should avoid risks during mass gathering, and minimum risk should be there at places like airports, ports. Now, how do we do this? We have seen in coronavirus, we did few of these things. However, strengthening of national emergency preparedness is the answer for all that. And we need to work very fast and put this in place. Rapid detection and response to health emergencies is an answer which we have to find, and very quickly. Public health management needs need to be strengthened because they were found to be weak during this coronavirus. So, to tackle such incident, which are going to be common year after, as coronavirus has taught us, we as a nation need to be prepared. As we all know, we are the largest democracy in the world and believe in peaceful coexistence. And there is no doubt about that in anybody's mind across the world. We are against conflicts, and we are a responsible member of United Nations. So, here in this field, we can play a very responsible role. That is, I will tell you two main things which India can do. First and foremost is New Delhi should adopt a twin track approach, out of which the first track is work on to enforce the treaty that bans further research and development, and thereafter we need to dehumanize the conflicts, and further prevent proliferation of technological development in this field. Non-state actors, if get these technologies, it can create a havoc in this world, and it will be impossible to control thereafter. So, it is the need of hour to wake up now and do something about this enforcing the treaty. Second is to learn from the nuclear era or from the realm of the nuclear. Noble intentions have limited success is what nuclear armaments have taught us. Nuclear energy was there to help the humanity. However, it was used very badly for destruction in the form of weapons. So, we should check the preparedness of the country to meet such threats. What we can do and should do immediately is look out for such threats at our borders, especially north and northeast. And in the matter of national security, it is utmost important that we remain alert and adopt preventive as well as precautionary measures. So, in nutshell, what we can say is biological weapons threat is looming large over the entire world, as this coronavirus spread has proved, and it spreads rapidly. So, as a country, we should get together and act now. If we don't act now, in future also, such threats will create havoc in our country. Thank you. If you have liked this video, please do subscribe and give your comments and views and likes too. Thank you.